Hey guys, welcome back to another Affliction of the Heart, actually no, the last chapter of the Affliction of the Heart, Volume 4. We got one more volume to go, and I'm hoping everything gets, I guess, put right for Kuno and Warden's sakes, because don't want them to get kicked out of Equestria, so, Anyways, let's hop right into it. First, Flight Night. Would you stop that? Kumo grimaced, pausing and appeasing, her wings giving an anxious buzz. Why hasn't the messenger arrived yet? What's taking so long? Are they doing this deliberately? Wooden gave a long sigh. A long, long sigh, resting his chin on the table again. I don't know, but piecing a fair round to the floor isn't gonna help. Kuno growled, stepping a hoof against the ground and resuming her pace. You were so confident yesterday, Wen said with a resigned sigh. That was yesterday, Kuno hissed, stepping her hoof again. And now they're late. There was a curt knock at the door, and Kuno started, dancing anxiously in place. Wen sighed, sliding his chin off the table and moving towards the door, tugging it open. A royal guard stood at the door, holding up a spear. The princesses require your presence, the guard said, bowing his head respectfully. Kuno danced in place a little more intently. Oh, okay. She turned to Warden, ears spinning back. Are you coming with me? Of course, Warden said with a faint smile and a shake of his head. Should we bring Swarm this time? Kuno asked awkwardly. We kind of just let her in her room last time. She didn't even know we were gone, Warden said with a slight shrug. There are guards outside at the Aurora if she misses us. Kuno frowned, biting her bottom lip. Okay, well, there's no point putting it off. They chose what they chose, and having a panic attack about it won't change that. Let's just go find out, Warden stated. Damn, Warden's out here, like, making sure his wife is just like in check, I guess. Kuno gave a long sigh. Yes, she lifted her head, making a whistling noise. Her praetorian guards appeared beside her almost instantly, with a pair of vine scythes strapped to the chest. Gardening weapons turned into wicked tools of warfare. Maybe they should leave those at home, Warden asked carefully. The scythes? They'll be fine. My guards can't guard me very well if they're unarmed, Kuno explained bluntly. You're not going to get attacked and cancel out, Kuno, and preparing as though you're going to be seems confrontational when commented funny deeply. It is really wise to antagonize the princesses when it might be literally the very first moment. Is it really wise to antagonize the princesses when it might be literally the very first few moments of being officially residents of Equestria? Kuno grimaced but nodded. I guess you're right. Guards stepped forward, removing their scythes and laying them on the table. Hey, if you all get residency, you can get actual spears, One said with a smile. Kuno wrinkled her nose. The royal guard have spears, the black ponies have claws. I'd rather we not compete with another species of weaponry. Swords, One suggested, giving a slow stretch in preparation of the flight to the palace. Kuno pondered a moment. We can discuss that later. If Sister tells us we're allowed to stay. Atta girl, I say with a smile. What the fuck is happening? I'm so confused. Also, I think I'm literally putting words together. I'm tired. Not sure how that's gonna prepare. Also hit my mic stand, so. Soren peeked out through the slits in the curtains, watching her parents walk down the path with a smirk and an anxious quiver of wings. She turned back to wrought iron. So they're gone. Want to make out? What Iron gave a slightly nervous smile at that. Ears spinning back. Isn't that what we were doing before anyway? Some gave a wide-eyed smile, her eyes flashing green for innocent good boy. I feel like the swarm. What? For the second time in as many days, Kuno sat in front of the princesses of Equestria. This time, Kuno had not brought along her entire army, and instead sat with only her two praetorian guards and Warden close at hoof. We have conversed, Celestia said, simply inclining her head. Kuno swallowed loud enough for Warden to hear. I hope you see reason and allow us to stay. We have misgivings, Twilight Sparkle said. We have misgivings, Twilight Sparkle said, speaking to Kuno directly for the first time. While we know that you are, on the whole, impartially good, we cannot say the same for all changelings. Kuno's eyes narrowed. Kuno spoke next. I know better than any the wicked ways of temptation and jealousy, how darkness can take root in the hearts of us all. There is already much darkness in your own heart. How can we trust you to lead a group of creatures who were, and could still be, our sworn enemies? I can see the good in ponies, Kitten said carefully, obviously thinking on her words before speaking. I am not willing to judge an entire species on the actions of a few. I am not comfortable judging you and your kind without first knowing all of you. Cadence inclined her head, eyes closed. Celestia inclined her head, eyes closing. After a few moments, her eyes opened, and the one not hidden behind her mane stared deep into Kuno's. I too am not willing to judge your species without knowing them. But I have my misgivings. I am troubled by your species' proclivity towards violence. Kuno frowned further, fidgeting slightly. Do you have anything to say in response? Leslie asked simply. Kuno took a deep breath, shooting Warden a look before rising to her hooves, starting to pace back and forth slowly. You all said that you were worried about my species' tendencies for violence and darkness, but you are all the enablers, Kuno pointed out, in accusing hoof at the four princesses. What? Okay, Twilight isn't involved in this. Okay, Luna, Celestia, maybe. Cadence, I don't think so either. And got dogs vomiting stuff in the background. That's just sad. All four princesses gave various looks of affront. You heard me, Kuno challenged, stamping her hoof, resuming her pacing, wings buzzing nervously. If you banish us to the Badlands again, then you have guaranteed us an enemy. You have guaranteed that we will need to turn to dark acts to sustain ourselves. I put forth a way for us to live in harmony, not perfectly. Both of our species will need to make concessions, but we could make it work for the first time ever. Shut the fuck up. Not perfectly, but both of our species will need to make concessions, but we could make it work for the first time ever. Our species could work together instead of skirting around each other as enemies. But if you banish us, you force us to become your enemy. Celestia inclined her head. We came to the same conclusion. Kuno sat down heavily on a Lincoln once. You did? We did, Celestia said simply, but there's always the problem of rogue changelings. We cannot have your kind impersonating our kind. We have to keep that within boundaries. We will do anything you need us to within reason, Kuno said, lifting her head up proudly. Celestia looked Kuno up and down. I remember you used to wear a collar. I broke it when I transformed, Kuno said awkwardly, making a motion at her throat. If you could find the collar again, we could enchant the bell with a location spell, Celestia said carefully. You intend for us all to wear an enchanted collar? Kuno asked, cringing. Why? First thing, Kuno wears the collar because it's the first gift she got from Warden, and she is getting a replacement one as well. Celestia nodded, yes, so that we could locate you at any time. That won't work, Kuno said, frowning deeply. A changeling could just remove the collar. I am fully aware of this flaw, Celestia explained her expression blink. And collars? I personally love my collar, in spite of who I am, but some of my subjects might find it demeaning, Kuno explained awkwardly. It can be any small object, metallic, anything that can be held on a pony. Celestia conceded. That's better, Kuno said, nodding to herself. Does this mean that we're allowed to stay? Luna straightened up slightly. We have decided anonymously that it will be folly to throw away a resource such as the changelings and risk returning them to being our enemies. Good. Oh, so it says Ludo. Who's Ludo? Typo. Luna. Great. This is a short chapter from ending. We will hold talks in the coming days, Sister decreed, and we will jointly create a set of rules for all changelings to follow. I would guess that there are many things you have to take care of at your embassy. At my embassy, Kuno said weakly, her eyes widening slightly, wings giving an anxious buzz. At your embassy, Celestia said with a slow smile spreading across her nose. Welcome to interspecies politics, Kuno. What the Yay. Guess this could work. Hopefully this works. I hate when mom isn't here because she worries too much and it bothers more. So much. Anyways, let's continue. This is the embassy. Kuno breathed, staring up at the front of the mansion. What not solely the changing consortium, actually. I don't believe this is gonna work, Kuno murmured, eyes wide. Come on now, you'll make it work, Gwen said with a faint smile. Death came for me, and you scared it away. This is a layup. Kuno gave a long, low sigh. No, it's really not. I have to lead all the changelings now. I have to help them all discover their sense of self and help come up with laws to govern them. Take it all one step at a time, Warden says, simply waving the hoof. First come up with a main law, like don't kill or try not to rape, or drugs are bad. You know, the classics, like an oath, Kuno asked blankly. Wouldn't ponder on that for a moment before knowing once. Yeah, an oath, a changing oath, but make it a good one, make it like a motto. A motto, Kuno repeated, arching an eyebrow. Are you treating my species like a sports team, Warden? Wouldn't give his wife the most innocent look he could. Who? Me? Kuno rolled her eyes. I don't mind the idea of an oath, though, like, her eyes lit up, and she gave a toothy grin. I'll steal a little from an oath I already know. I hope it has to do with peace being the best option and violence being a last resort, Warden said carefully. You're creating a system of laws, Kuno. You can't screw this up. But it's a good part of an oath, and it's old, Kuno said with a faint hoof, scratching at the ground with her hooves. You'll approve. Warden gave a long sigh. Fine, run it by me first. Kuno stood in front of the entire changeling army gathered in the garden. It was sundown, and the last rays of sunlight were fading, while fireflies started to flit and buzz around the hedges. Woden shifted his weight awkwardly from hoof to hoof, looking from one changeling to the other, observing them. They were eerily quiet, except for the occasional scuff of a chitinous hoof against the grass or the buzz of translucent wings. "My subjects," Kuno said, raising a hoof, "I have wonderful news." The changelings watched her intently, unwaveringly. "The princesses have granted us citizenship to Equestria. You are all, at this moment, citizens of Equestria." A ring silence answered her degree. Kuno deflated, giving a long sigh. "You don't understand, do you?" More silence greeted her. Kuno frowned deeply, her wings giving an irritated buzz. "Speaker, step forwards." One changeling parted from the group, sitting in front of Kuno. "Yes, my queen? What does being a citizen of Equestria mean to you?" Kuno asked simply. "It means that I am a citizen of Equestria. I am a pony of sorts," the speaker offered uncertainly. "What should it mean to me?" A low growl bubbled up out of her Kuno's throat. "It means that we don't need to sulk in the shadows anymore. We're all citizens. You're free to earn a living." "Excuse me, my queen, but wouldn't Chrysalis' way have been better?" the changeling asked innocently enough. Kuno's eyes narrowed slightly. "No, because it conflicts with the new laws that I will be handing down." The changelings all stared at her intently. "My subjects, my last act as queen will be to pass down your new law. I will no longer be your queen as of tomorrow. Am I understood?" "What? Am I understood? You're already giving this up already? What the fuck?" An agitated buzzing of wings answered her. "I will be your advisor, your leader, your spokespony, but I will not be your queen. My word will not be law, but merely suggestion. I will lead you, but you can disagree. We are no longer a hive or an army. We are a group of changelings united in what we share in common. But for us to be united, each and every changeling must have a voice and their own opinion. Do you all understand?" The speaker looked back at the changelings and then back to Kuno, who was scuffing the grass nervously. "We understand, my queen." "You may call me Kuno. It is my name, and you will all have names by the end of this day," Kuno said with a sweeping motion above. "Tonight is your birth. This is our night. This is our Independence Day is taken," when warned quietly. "This is the night where we first spread our wings as members of Equestria. This is our first flight night," Kuno said, stabbing her hoof victoriously. Warden winced. "That's a mouthful." Kuno stepped on Warden's hoof rather powerfully, making the Pegasus wince in pain. He got the message. The speaker bowed her head in understanding. "We understand, Kuno. And as my last act as queen, I will pass down the first line of our oath. It may be familiar to some of you," Kuno said, looking from face to face, "but it's the most fitting thing I can think of. It is our law, our rule. It is something that I request you all internalize. We will add to the oath in future with your input, but this first law is paramount." Kuno looked back at Warden, giving him an awkward glance. "You sure about this?" she murmured. "It works," Warden said with a hopeless shrug. "Yeah, boy." Kuno took a deep breath, looking at her lips. "The most important of all vows you were Kuno took a deep breath, licking her lips. "The most important of all vows you will ever follow, especially if we are to be members of the Christian society, is, well..." Kuno trod off, chewing on her bottom lip anxiously. "First, do no harm." The end. Okay, what is swarm? Okay, that was just like a random thing where Swarm is just like kissing wrought iron, and I'm hoping Swarm isn't actually, using a spell on wrought iron, but I think that's the case in this. I hope it's not, and I hope wrought iron actually does feel for Swarm. Anyways, guys, thank you all for. That's my last input on Volume 4. I'm hoping we see the Swarms and wrought iron's relationship develop a little bit more, because they're just like secondary characters at this moment. I'm not sure if, because right now main characters are dealing with a shit ton of crap, man. Shit ton of crap. In Volume 5, this is about trying to have them integrate. So that's 20,000 words. How long are the chapters for Volume 5? 4. Oh, it's incomplete. I did not know this was incomplete. I thought this was all complete. The story. Damn it, man. All right. That's just made me a little bit sad. Anyways, guys, thank you all for watching, listening to the heck you guys do. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.
100,000 stories have filled my head as I look for the answers in